So, I want to do this quick update about Robert Storm, a creek catching group called Crook County Creek Catchers, and some other stuff that I'm not really feeling, as far as some things that people are doing on YouTube, and just. So let's get to the Robert Storm part first. Because he just did a video like maybe about half an hour ago, 20 minutes ago, of him defending himself. Is called, let me just make sure, because I want people to actually watch it in case I get my facts fucked up. Really? Here's the truth with Robert Storm. It's an 8-minute video, and pretty much what he comes, pretty much what he's basically saying is that there are a lot of people, fans, bigger YouTubers, that are coming at him sideways, assassinating his name, and a lot of them were basically pounding on him that, he came across as racist, this, that, and the third, and all sorts of other shit. I mean, and they got to the point where they started bringing up, like, old shit, like, 7 years ago. Like, here's the thing. Robert Storm, if you're listening, probably not, but if you're listening, here's why people, I'm not going to sit there and try to get into the whole racist thing, because first, I don't think that you came across as racist. I don't. I think you came across as an idiot, but I don't think you came across as racist. And he goes into his long, in this video, he goes to this long thing about how he's not left, he's not right, he's about truth, justice, and whatever else. The thing that really spoke out about that video, the thing that probably got most people kind of, I don't want to sit there and say upset, but just kind of just made you looked at you sideways, is that you didn't see the movie. You're bashing this movie for a good couple of minutes, and you didn't even actually see it. You're upset that it won the Best Picture versus the Joker because of their reasons that I'm not going to get into. And you're upset about it. And the thing is, you didn't actually watch it. Now, I can agree with you in that video about most of the stuff, because you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But if you didn't see the movie, then, what the fuck are you doing? That's the whole issue. He goes on this 8-minute rant, and I'm like, that's all unnecessary. And then the thing that really kind of blows me is that after that whole thing spewed over, then he's all like, alright, I'll watch it. I'll watch the movie Parasite. I was like, bro, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. You are so not fucking getting it. And in the video, he's sitting there talking about, oh, well, I had a couple of things, I had a couple of drinks or whatever. And what the fuck are you doing, babe? What are you, just turning out shit because you have to? I don't understand that. And I'm gonna talk more about that whole YouTuber thing in a minute. But yeah, so watch this video. And the thing again is that I don't think that you're racist. I just think that you're an idiot, because you attacked the movie before you watched it, and then you read the comments on Twitter and stuff, and then you're like, alright, fine, I'll cave, I'll watch it. I was like, bro, you totally missed the fucking point. So yeah, good luck with all that. So let's just dive over to the group called Crooked County Creek Catchers. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize. I'll write the name in the title. But pretty much he's snipped talking about the end of his being a predator hunter. One sec. He talks about being, just ending the whole creek catching thing. It's a good video. You should definitely watch it. I'll post his channel in my title, so definitely check it out. But yeah, essentially, I mean, it's it's definitely, you gotta sit there and watch it, but he talks a lot about how it's had a very negative impact in his life. I mean, yeah, he's done a lot of good, but it's taken a toll on him. And I gotta sit there and question some of the decisions that he was making in it. And I'll give you the highlights or whatever, but definitely check it out. So, in his video, he talks about how he caught a guy that worked at his old job. And so they were waiting outside. And, I guess like him and a group of other people. So I guess he got like the manager or somebody to walk into his car. Because, he didn't feel safe and stuff like that. And long story short, they let him go because they felt like working with him, they didn't feel safe. So he lost his job over that. And he lost his place over that. Like his place that he was living at. And he lost his place he was living at because the cops came to his residence. Apparently he was doing stings in his own place. Why? Listen, I think it's very brave that all these groups, all these channels or whatever, even the channels that I give shit about, go out there and do what they do. But you can tell this guy is like a kid or whatever. I don't know how old he is, but he seems young. But you gotta be smart about it though. Like, why would you do a sting at your own place? What was the plan afterwards? When I heard that shit, I actually had to rewind that because I was like, what, are you serious? What was the plan afterwards? That, like, he was just gonna go away and never come back? Like, he knows where you live. Like, anyway, he got kicked out. And he got fired. So he started doing, like, this bounty hunting thing. That didn't work out. So apparently, I guess he's back in his own stomping grounds or whatever. But yeah. I mean, long story short, catching predators, that's a hard life, and there's all sorts of consequences. There's the fact that you can get physically hurt, the fact that it is mentally draining, and legally, you can go to jail for that. You can be sued for that. There's so many different things that can happen to you because of that. Like, you get a ton of views. Don't get me wrong, you get a ton of views when you're doing these type of videos. But you gotta sit there. I don't want to sit there and try to discourage people from doing that because I think it's great. But you just have to understand all of the bad that comes with it because it gets real. You asked the guy from that group, Crook. I don't want to get it wrong. Really, bro? Really? You just... Crook County Creep Catchers. You gotta ask him. I mean, watch that video and you'll sit there and think twice before that's something that you want to sit there and put, like, you want to put on a cape. Like, it comes with those type of responsibilities. So, one last thing. Just some of the things that I'm seeing on YouTube, and just being a YouTuber in general, there's certain aspects that I would definitely sit there and say I wouldn't do, and I don't understand why some people are doing it. So let's take this whole prank video thing as far as there's a new trend that's going along. It's a couple of trends, but one of them is the whole coronavirus video pranks. And it's done by a couple of people that I generally do watch their channels, like Bass TV, Rice Man, Austin Boston, just to name a few. Those are the only people that I follow that I've seen them doing it. But First of all, there's a lot of people that have been dying because of that. And to sit there and do a video to make light of it, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, really? And it's so fucked because, like, in the beginning of the video or whatever, it's like a disclaimer, isn't it, saying, oh, we take this very serious and we don't take light of this and stuff like that. But yet you're doing a prank on it. Like, it can't just be me that just, like, be like, are you serious? So, I don't know. I personally wouldn't support those. I wouldn't support those type of pranks. Not the channels, because they do other stuff, but, like, those type of pranks, I wouldn't support. And, I mean, the best way to, like, kind of get rid of, like, those videos is just not watch them. I mean, if they're not getting views, they're not getting money or whatever, and they're just moving on to something else. So, I don't find myself too often to sit there and say, well, you shouldn't support this joke, you shouldn't support that joke. But I mean, if it's something that's real, that's actually killing a bunch of people, I'm not for it, If those channels was gonna sit there and be that ballsy to do a prank like that, let's see if they do a prank about cancer or AIDS or anything else, Let's see them do a prank about that and see what happens, Were you doing a prank about that because it's not in our country or whatever? Like, so it's okay? Like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Just not fucking feeling it. And, I do hope that people won't support those type of pranks. Personally. I'm all out for good fun and shit. But, I don't know. Everyone has their limit. And that's just some shit that I'm just not going to support. So, let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Just as far as, like, updates or whatever that goes. I may start doing more of these type of videos. Because I kind of want to group them, like, together. I mean, I kind of want to do it all on one video instead of just doing separate videos. That's just going to be, like, 2 or 3 minutes. It's kind of pointless, so... I think my last thing is... No, that's actually pretty much about it. So, thanks for listening to the rant. Appreciate it, I really do. I'm always very surprised about the numbers that I get and subscribers and stuff. I enjoy doing this for fun, I don't think I actually have the subscribers to actually start getting paid and views and stuff like that. But it's fun. It's fun. I enjoy doing it for fun. I think there was one other thing. Just like, I don't want to get to a point, like there's a guy called Matt Jarbo. And he was doing one of his $3 theater videos. And in it, he talks about, he pretty much works like that's his full-time job. 7 days a week, just putting up the news and stuff like that. He enjoys it and it's great. But then he was talking about how how sometimes certain people will put out fake news videos. And it's disguised under a fan theory. And in the video, in Matt Jarbo's video, he basically kind of calls out himself for doing some of the stuff that the other YouTubers are doing and that he doesn't like. And somewhere along the lines, and I'm probably just paraphrasing it, but he's like, well, it's my job, I do it 7 days a week, and, this is what I do. And I'm like, I don't want to get to a point, let's just sit there and say hypothetically, even if I was making bank on this, and I was actually making good money off of YouTube, I don't know if I would want to do it full time, because I don't want to get to a point where I'm just putting out a video just to put it out there. Like, oh my goodness, what am I going to sit there and talk about? Let's do this. Because your videos start to turn into shit. And, my whole thing is like quality versus quantity. there's a channel that I'm just not even gonna bother to name. Just because sometimes I do watch his videos, but I've noticed that his videos, like he'll put out, 2 and 3 videos, like three and 4 videos a day, and I'm like, they're all like 2 minute videos, and they're all like reporting about something that like he's not really too sure of, but he has like a inside scoop and he has a source, and I'm like, so you're putting out videos that aren't necessarily true, but you're putting them out anyway because it could be true. So really, the only reason why you're putting out this video is because you make X amount of money on it. Like, that's just so wrong. Like, I don't know. I just, like, where do you draw the line with your integrity? You know, when you just start putting out videos just because you're so pressured to put out a video because you feel like you just have to. You have to come out with some sort of idea, and like, and this video is getting way too long. So I appreciate any person that is still watching this video. But yeah, put out videos because you mean it, because it's something that you want to do, not something that you feel like you necessarily have to do, I don't know. I just feel like YouTube, like, it's my imagination. I mean, my idea of YouTube is that you do videos because it's fun, it's passionate, you have a drive for it. And if you make something, that's great. If you can make something extra, if you can get discovered and move to a different platform, that's great. But I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this there, but I feel like your integrity has to matter somewhere, And even some of the people that put out movie reviews, I don't know. I don't like the idea that I feel like I have power over people as far as like what movies you should see, what movies you shouldn't see, because I'm a big believer that you see a movie, like, if you want to see a movie, you do it on your own judgment. You don't sit there and take the judgment of 3 or 4 other fucking critics and other YouTubers and stuff like that. And there's some of these YouTubers that, they'll put out, if a movie comes out on Thursday, they'll put it out on Friday and be like, oh, okay. And some of them will be like, oh, well, it has spoilers in it. And I'm like, bro, I didn't even see the movie yet. You're just putting this movie out there because, clicks and views. And you feel like, I don't want to sit there and say like they have a God complex, but like, I believe you should see a movie because you want to, not because I tell you to. It's because you want to. Like, use your own fucking judgment. And I'm going to sit there and show my age a little bit, but like, I remember there was a time where it's like, people just did that. They looked at a preview towards a movie and it was like, all right, I'm going to go and see it. They didn't sit there and have to wait until somebody told them to not see it. Like, and sometimes they'll see a movie like 3 or 4 days ahead and be like, all right, well, I'm going to give you my review. I'm like, no. How about I just watch the movie myself and decide if it's a good or bad movie? Like, I feel like it just gets to their heads a little bit where it's like, oh, and some people is like, oh, I'm a rotten film critic or whatever. It's like, okay. You want a cookie? Like, what do you want? Like, which is why I don't think for the time being, I'm probably not going to really do like movie reviews. Like, I'm already not doing certain reviews like TV shows because watch it yourself, see if you like it. Use your own judgment. Don't sit there and take the judgment of 2 or 3 other people. Not to sit there and say YouTubers, but just trust your judgment, Anyway, sorry for the rant, but there was a lot of little stuff that I wanted to get out the way. Well, not get out the way, but like do a video on. And I figure it's just easier if I just do the whole thing rather than doing like 2 or 3 videos, because that's just fucking pointless. I think it's pointless. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Again, I am working on a more consistent schedule. My job is just, it's I don't want to sit there and say it's all over the place, but you know, it's hard to have a consistent schedule when you don't actually have a consistent schedule at my job. So, thank you for your patience.